One of the biggest misconceptions of buying and building a new home is the entire loan process, and that it can be a really hard one to start and finish. So I'm here with Allison from Mid-Tex Mortgage, and she's going to tell us all about the loan process and what it takes to get it started and how to finish. Tell us about what it takes to get the process started and what documents are expected during the initial process.
So really the first step is going to our website, and you'll see where you can start the application. So borrowers also have the option to come in and sit down with us, and we can do this face-to-face for those that are a little leery of that online process. But that is the first step. So that allows us to analyze your income and assets, and then that allows us to pull your credit report. So then we're going to ask for documents. Standard documents are 30 days of pay stubs, 2 years of W-2s, and 2 months of bank statements. For the borrowers that are self-employed or have rental income or commission income, we're also going to ask for 2 years of tax returns.
What costs are associated with building a new home?
So once we have all of your documentation and we've determined which loan program fits your needs, that's when we will know what down payment is required. So for example, FHA is a minimum of 3.5%. Conventional can go as low as 3% for special programs. And then of course VA and USDA are no down payment. Then on top of that, you're going to have your lender fees, your title company fees, and then there's always third-party fees. Those are your appraisal, your survey, things like that. When you get to closing, you're going to set up an escrow account. Escrows are your property taxes and your homeowner's insurance. Homeowner's insurance, you always pay your first year up front, and then your escrow account sets up, we do 3 months taxes, 3 months insurance.
What does the loan process look like when you're buying a new home?
So from the day I pull your credit, that credit report's good for 120 days. So once we have determined which program you're going with and that you do indeed qualify, we're going to send the sales manager a pre-qualification letter. That letter allows them to write the contract. Once that contract is executed and you give your earnest money, the process starts, and there's not much more to do on the lending side besides do nothing. You don't want to change your credit profile, you don't want to change your employment status. If changes come up, you always want to call your loan officer and discuss it with them. Because, for example, you don't want to go from someone who is hourly employed to commission employed. So just always discuss those changes with your loan officer, because we will have to pull your credit again, and we want to see the same profile as when you first came in to apply.
What are the benefits of working with a builder's preferred lender?
So you really get a streamlined personal service. We work very closely with our sales managers to make sure your loan stays on track and that there are no surprises at closing. The benefit of the relationship between Mid-Tex Mortgage and Lillian Custom Homes is that when you use Mid-Tex, we're going to pay your title policy for you. So just to throw out the number to give for comparison, if your loan amount is $250,000, that title policy costs about $1,700. That's $1,700 in savings to you just by using the preferred lender of Mid-Tex.
Are your rates competitive with other lenders?
Yes, they are very competitive. Mid-Tex Mortgage is a mortgage broker. So what that means is that when I pull your credit report, I have the ability to shop all of our different wholesale lenders that we partner with. So you don't have to go to several different mortgage companies and see that inquiry hit on your credit report. It's one pull, and I can shop the rate for you with that one credit pull.
Okay, one of the biggest questions that a lot of new home builders and buyers have is, what do we need to do to prepare our credit in order to start this process and buy our new home?
So the biggest step is monitor your credit score. And there's so many programs out there, maybe through a credit card or your bank, that offer that free service. You should always be aware when your score is going up, when it's going down, because you want to catch that. If there's something that is negative on your report, you want to be able to fix it. Throughout the process, you don't want to let anything go to collections. You don't want to have late payments. You don't want to dispute any accounts. And you really don't want to max out your cards. And you don't want to pay something off and then close it. That seems counterproductive to some people. They want to get rid of that debt, but really you want to keep that available credit open. What lenders like to see and how your credit score can improve is when you utilize about 10% of your available credit. So you don't ever want to close that account. Another benefit that we can help with is if you apply and your credit's too low, I have a program I can run that will give us the options and suggestions to get your credit score where it needs to be. So some of these fixes are very easy, others take time and money. So always let us analyze your credit report and help you through those steps and be there to guide you.
Okay, Allison, well, with that said, what are some of the things or the purchases we should avoid when we're going into this home loan process?
Everything. You don't want to change your credit profile from that first day you come in. Buying a new home is so exciting. You want to buy everything new, go buy new furniture, new decorations, but just avoid that until you are at the closing table. And when you hear those words that your loan is funded, that's when you can go and get those no interest credit cards to buy that furniture for your new home. So just during the process, just breathe, and just if you have any questions, always call your loan officer first and run the scenario by them.
Allison, thank you so much for walking and talking us through all those important steps of starting and finishing the loan process.
You're welcome.